Good evening. 18 members of a disbanded Penn State fraternity were back in court today for a fourth day of testimony to determine if there is enough evidence to send their case to trial.
And today there were several big surprises in court. David Highfield has the latest, new at 6.
Prosecutors say 19-year-old Timothy Piazza was forced to drink large quantities of alcohol during a pledge initiation at Beta Theta Pi fraternity. Security cameras inside the house provided a timeline of events showing an obviously intoxicated Piazza struggling after he fell head first down a flight of basement steps. For the next 12 hours, Piazza was in agony, at times unconscious, other times in a fetal position or on his hands and knees clutching his abdomen. He was vomiting, twitching, and falling on the floor repeatedly, hitting his head. The next morning, he fell down the basement steps again, where he was found 3 hours later, pale, cold, and barely breathing. Today in court, a police detective dropped a bombshell. He testified that a member of the fraternity deleted the footage from the basement security camera 2 days after Piazza died. The detective didn't identify which fraternity member did it, but officials say additional charges would be filed against them. The camera could have captured Piazza's falls, which have been highly debated in the proceedings. Today, a defense attorney argued Piazza may have tripped over a girl who was sitting on the basement stairs. He suggested the fall was more of a tragic accident rather than something related to alcohol. The Center County District Attorney fired back, saying Piazza's drunken state remained a direct cause of his death, and that the fraternity brothers who made him drink were responsible. For the most part, attorneys for most of the fraternity brothers have been trying to show that their clients' roles were minimal in the pledge night party and that their contact with Piazza was limited. But the DA alleges that everyone's small contribution added to the overall intoxication of Piazza. With so many defendants and family members in the gallery, the court has been rather contentious at times. Relatives have been groaning and voicing their complaints. At one point, the DA turned to face the crowd saying, "How about the families stop reacting out loud? I'm tired of it." David Highfield, KDKA-TV News.
And there was one other big surprise in court today. Some of the defense attorneys took aim at a trainer for the Penn State football team who lived in the fraternity house as a chaperone. They suggested that he approved of the alcohol-fueled party and that he was in his room at the house the night it all took place. They also indicated that he may have told frat members to destroy evidence by deleting incriminating text messages. Testimony continues tomorrow.